Hi everyone, it's Donna again from Olean, New York in America, and we're with you today with a special recipe that is extremely popular in the United States, and that is our smoked chicken wings. These are a buffalo style chicken wing, which is really what started the whole rage. So just to give you a little history, back in 1964, there was a very popular restaurant, even today, called the Anchor Bar, and the Anchor Bar was home to an Italian-American family who was known for their cuisine. But one night the son came in and had some friends in attendance, and it was very late. And the story is a little controversial, but the premise is that the family had a bunch of what was called chicken wings, pieces of chicken that were not commonly used in the menu at the restaurant. And the mother went into the kitchen because the boys were hungry, and she tried to figure out what she could make from what was left over. And thus the buffalo chicken wing was developed. It basically is pieces of the drumstick wing portion of the chicken, and they're kind of cut into smaller pieces. They're kind of the chicken parts that are not full-grown mature chicken. And what they do is they coat them in a hot sauce known as the Anchor Bar wing sauce. And that was developed in 1964 by the Bellissimo family at the Anchor Bar in Buffalo, New York in the United States. So to give you an idea, I have a bowl of chicken wing pieces, and as you can see, some look like a wing portion and some look like a drumstick portion. And these are chicken wings. So don't think of them in the traditional sense of other countries, but think of them more in the American sense. And what we're going to do is do a special technique on these that doesn't require them to be deep fried or fried at all. They're going to be done on our grill using our wood chips and wood chunks. And today I'm going to be using our gas grill. And so our gas grill is going to be equipped with a smoker box. And in my smoker box I put both the wood chips and wood chunks. So if you have either of those or both, you can feel free to use them. And I'm using an indirect cooking method again with just 2 burners on, 2 burners off. So for now, we're going to get ready to get these chicken wings coated in our special ingredients that are going to allow them to become the smoked buffalo chicken wing. So here we are at the preparatory stage of our buffalo style chicken wing. So the first thing you'll always want to do is just get a paper towel and make sure you've taken the extra moisture out of the wing pieces. And that's because most of the time you're buying these as a frozen item, not as an item that's been already thawed or is fresh. So if you have a frozen pack, it'll be roughly 4 kilos of meat. You'll just want to pass a paper towel over each piece just to remove the extra moisture. And the reason for that is we want these to crisp up, and I do have a secret to that without having to deep fry them. But take out as much extra moisture as you possibly can to make the process easier and to allow the cooking time to be decreased. The ingredients for doing the actual smoking part is very simple. We're going to start off with, and this is the important part, this is the number one ingredient. We need a baking powder, but this baking powder needs to be aluminum free. So you'll need to do a little bit of hunting for it, but it is just looks like normal baking powder, but because it doesn't have the mineral deposit of aluminum in it, it acts as a moisture barrier. So we're going to sprinkle that onto our chicken wings first, and this is roughly a generous tablespoonful. And after that, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. So nothing is going to be in the fresh state. We're just using dry ingredients. Again, this is similar to making a dry rub for traditional barbecue. After that, roughly 1 teaspoon of coarsely ground black pepper. And the reason we don't need a lot more of this is because of how we're going to do seasoning after when the wings are finished. Now we need a little bit of salt. Don't go overwhelming. We just need about 1/2 teaspoon. We're going to pick up some salt in our finishing sauce. So if you take a look at just the way that it looks now, you're going to just take your hand and you're going to just, in a large bowl, move your wings around all the ingredients. We want to make sure especially that that aluminum-free baking powder is coating every wing. And you're going to kind of feel it when you know that you're well coated. It has it's almost like an egg wash feel to it when you have it completely coated. And I like to do it in a large bowl because I can see if I have any ingredients that have remained on the side. So once they're all coated like that, you're going to see that they just have a little bit of each of the spices on them. We're going to then get a prepared baking sheet ready. This is just a simple quarter baking sheet, and what I've done is lined it with a piece of aluminum foil, and then I've put 2 roasting racks that fit perfectly into my sheet pan. And this is going to allow air to circulate completely around each piece of chicken. So you're just going to lay these out on the roasting racks, and they can be bucked up next to each other. Place them all and try to tuck in as much as you can any extra skin. And yes, the skin contains not always the healthiest component, but when you're making chicken wings, it is vital. And the reason for that is because of the sauce that we're going to be using after these have cooked. The fat skin is going to be what allows the sauce to hold on. And you'll kind of get a sense as these sit a little bit, they dry out a little bit more. And so I kind of use this time to give the chicken a chance to dry a little bit more. And then once you get them all in place, you're going to be squeezing, I will tell you that, because 4 kilos of wings is quite a few pieces, but once you taste them, you'll understand why we have to do so many. They're definitely a fan favorite. So in America, every bar, no matter where you go in the country, serves chicken wings. But you will see some variations to them. Some will be buffalo style, and if they're outside of our area, they will not be the original recipe. They'll be close to it. So there they are, all laid out. Now we're going to go out to the grill, get these ready to get on the grill with some wood chunks and wood chips, and the rest will be all in the smoke and heat. So welcome back to the grill area. Here we are with our grill already preheated, and I just want to remind you again how I'm setting this up. So yes, this is a gas propane style grill. This grill is hard piped with our natural gas, which is great. So I can just do it at a turn of a switch and I'm all ready to go. These are a convenience in America because then we don't have to get the coals ready. As you can see, we're just at the start of our warmer temperature season, which is nice, but I don't want to be fussing with charcoal today. But if you are going to use a charcoal grill, I'll remind you that the setup will be the same. We have 2 burners on, so when you do your charcoal grill, you're going to set up your coals on just 1/2 of your coal area. Leave the other half without coals, and that's going to be where we place our food. I am using a smoker box today to hold my wood chips and my wood chunks, and as you can see, they are smoking wonderfully. So we're ready to add that flavor now to our chicken, as well as use the heat of the grill to start cooking. So I've taken my sheet pan with my double roasting. I'm going to lay it on the unlit side of the grill. So this burner is on, this burner is on, these 2 are off. We will use a radiant heat. It will circulate through the grill area as well as the smoke, and it will cook our chicken wings. Lid down, and don't worry if your pan is not exactly to fit. It will still cook. That's the benefit of having a gas propane grill. You don't have to worry, the heat will stay consistent just based on what it's calling for. This will take at least 40 minutes before we want to come back in and then do a turn to our chicken. So we'll be back at the grill in about 45 minutes and we'll give them a turn and see how they're looking. Okay, we're back at the grill and we're going to do a check on our buffalo style chicken wings. As you can see, I had to reload up my smoker box because I had already gone through all of the smoke that was emanating from them, so I just loaded that up again. And as you can see, our aluminum-free baking powder has done its job. It's crisped up the skin really well on the one side. So it is time to do a turn of each of these chicken wings. You want to do this gingerly. You'll see where they don't stick, because that is the benefit of using an aluminum-free baking powder. You won't get the stickiness. At the same time, you'll trap in all the moisture and you will prevent burning. This is ideal when you're on the grill. So I am going to finish turning all of these. These are going to take about another 40 to 45 minutes. At that point, we should be ready to remove these, and then I'll show you how we do the buffalo-style chicken wing sauce. We're back at the grill, and it's now time to remove our chicken wings. As you can see, they are beautifully golden brown with a great crunchy exterior thanks to our aluminum-free baking powder. So I'm going to remove all these to, again, my large bowl, because we're going to need that for the saucing part. We'll take them inside, and I'll show you how we do the finish. Okay, so we're back at the final preparation, and this is the best part. This is what makes it a smoked buffalo-style chicken wing. We've removed all of our chicken wings from the grill, and as you can see, and here, they are nice and crispy. This is essentially what you would do for deep frying to get that extra crisp without all of those extra calories. And as you know, I'm all about healthy. So this is kind of like an air fryer technique using the grill. By keeping it elevated on the roasting rack, we let the air circulate completely around each chicken wing, and that gives it the crispiness, yet keeping it moist in the inside. So now comes the best part. There are two stages to our serving, and the first is going to be what we do for a sauce. The Anchor Bar that I told you about, who is the developer of this recipe, actually makes the sauces, and they make it in different levels of heatness. So there's a mild, medium, and then there's like a hot and an intense. We usually stick with medium here for most of us in America, and I have an open jar, so we'll be using this one today. But basically, this can be homemade as well, and it basically is just butter and hot sauce with a bit of flakes of red pepper. Now, of course, Anchor Bar's got a little bit of a secret ingredient, and they don't really divulge all of it, but we're going to go ahead and use theirs today since we're basing our recipe on them. So basically, you'll see my 4 kilos of wings that are done. I'm just going to go ahead and pour the wing sauce right inside of my bowl. Make sure you use a large enough bowl because these are going to need to be tossed. It's going to be about 1/3 of a jar, or roughly 4 to 5 ounces. And then once you have the sauce in the bowl, you're just going to need to toss them. You can use tongs, you can just use a flip inside your bowl, totally up to you. This tossing technique is important because you want to coat all of the chicken wings. So a little bit off camera here, but I'm going to just make sure that these are well tossed. Once they're coated, you're basically ready to serve. Now this is done right before you want to serve these. Now some people will take their wings and they'll actually sear them again, either in the oven or putting them quickly on the grill. I don't do that stage. I just kind of like it to seep into the crispy skin the way that it is. So if you want to make this yourself, hot sauce, butter, and a little bit of red pepper flakes, and then we will be serving it with a blue cheese dressing. This is tradition. Again, if you want to make that yourself, you're going to need crumbly blue cheese, sour cream, mayonnaise, some minced garlic, lemon juice, black pepper, and salt. I don't like to make my own. I like the nice chunky style here that we have supplied. So we'll get ready to plate this up, and I'll show you what extra condiments we serve with it. So here's our final dish. We've taken our sauced chicken wings, buffalo style, smoked on the grill using wood chunks and wood chips, and then we have served them with our chunky blue cheese dressing. I know that sounds really funky, but honestly, it is the bomb. Along with it, you usually want to serve something that's a little bit crisp and cool because the wings will have some heat to them. So in the buffalo style tradition, we serve celery, just sliced up, just small pieces. And some people like to also serve carrot sticks. Now, the buffalo tradition is not to necessarily do the carrot sticks, but I happen to like them. I think they give an extra sweet tone to it. Simply plate it with the wings, your celery sticks, your carrot sticks, and a blooming bowl of blue cheese dressing. And trust me, these are going to fly off the plate. So make sure that you make plenty. I would say on average in our area, we usually have them sold in a restaurant a dozen per person. So plan on at least 10 to 12 wings per person. Women may eat a little bit less, but I can tell you that I can easily eat a dozen myself. So this is our smoked buffalo style chicken wings coming to you from Olean, New York in the United States. Wishing you a lot of great recipes coming off the grill and smoker. And next time we have planned a little apple dessert special for you. So you'll be checking into that one next with us. For now, happy grilling.